Welcome back to Bones, Bourbon, Barley, and Brass. We're a lifestyle channel where we discuss interesting things. And this is one of our first bourbon episodes. We have Lost Republic Bourbon from California. This one is a COVID era bottle for me. That marketing with this bear and this fish in California just plainly got me. I was in the store and times were tough during COVID and was just simply looking for a new bottle of bourbon, and this is what I picked up. And I'll explain a little more in the video. Yeah, as far as the review, it's not bad bourbon, but it's not top tier either, and I'll explain why. So on the bottle it says it's from Healdsburg, California, Sonoma County, so think wine country. So think Napa and Sonoma. And then it says on the bottle, in 1846, California settlers captured the Mexican garrison by raising the bear flag, establishing the California Republic. 26 days later, the stars and stripes were proudly flying. The Lost Republic represents California's true independent spirit. Barrel aged in California, 45% alcohol, and then 91 proof. And then if I go on their site, what's interesting is, let's take a look here. They have their mash bill. It's been aged for 3 years. As I said, 91 proof. Their mash bill is 75% corn, so definitely a bourbon. 21% rye, and our good friend Barley at 4%. It says this bourbon focuses on the subtleties and complexities of fermentation and distillation. Innovative barrel maturation program allows for the flavor of corn and rye to shine through. Our pure distillate, void of any flaws, makes an outstanding bourbon. The aroma, it says bold notes of toasted oak and apple with hints of lemon peel and allspice. The taste, biscuit, cherry, banana, and white pepper flavors from the grain complement the lighter creme brulee combination flavors from the barrel. Mouthfeel, smooth warming sensation that lasts forever. And then they recommend a couple cocktails, a whiskey sour and a Lost Republic Distiller's Wife. Oh wait, they may have some more. No, just those two. Let's see curious what this Distiller's Wife is. Bourbon, lemon juice, honey with ice, strain to a cold Tom Collins glass, pour over ice, top glass with almost full with soda water and Saint Germain to finish, garnish with a blood orange. It might be interesting. Not really my scene, but that's okay. All right, let's go back to the aroma and taste, and let's give this a pour. Got my trusty Glencairn glass here. This bottle's been closed for a while. A little bit of why we're doing this is we're having a Christmas party this weekend, and this bottle's going to be out, so I don't know that it's going to be available. It might be gone. Such gratuitous friends are we. And if you look at the color, it's clear. It's got that amber color of bourbon. Nothing too off the wall. You can see it in the Glencairn glass. Let's give it a swish. I smell the oak. I smell the corn. Sorry, our AI device just decided to go bananas, so maybe this will be a blooper video. Let's do a smell again. Hopefully we won't get interrupted here. Yeah, I get the oak. I get a little bit of apple, like the skin of an apple. Don't really get the allspice or the lemon peel. All right, let's go for the taste. Let's try that again. I get the I get the cherry. I don't get the biscuit. I don't get the banana. Um, let's see on the white pepper. Yeah, not really seeing the white pepper. I do get the brulee. That I get. So, um, and then also the corn. You can tell it's bourbon. It's not, the corn isn't overpowering by any stretch of the imagination, but it's definitely there and definitely has a presence. And then from the mouth feel, I do feel the smooth warming sensation. Let's have another sip. Honestly, it's actually better than I remember. Um, I think going into this video and from what I remember, I was gonna give this like somewhere in the space of like 7.7 versus um 8.2, 8.3. I'd actually give this like an 8.6. Yeah, I think an 8.6 is a fair score. It's a solid bourbon. It's not a Kentucky bourbon. It's not a Texas bourbon. It's not Texas whiskey. Um, but it's decent. I mean, what would be interesting is to compare this against other bourbons that California has, which California is not really a bourbon state. It's probably a more wine and certainly a wine state, with Napa and Sonoma, and then also craft beer. Um, but it would be interesting to compare other native California bourbons and whiskeys against this and see how this stacks up. I bet it's probably one of the better ones if I had to speculate. Um, feel free to put comments below, like and subscribe. We will have more episodes. Glad we finally got around to a bourbon episode. Shit, I guess it only took a Christmas party. Um, I think on the radar, we're gonna produce one more video this evening. It's probably gonna be High West whiskey, and we'll get to that one here in a bit. I think Johnny Walker Double Black is on the radar. Again, we're having this Christmas party. We do it every year for our friends, and there's certain things on the radar that we just need to get out of the cabinet and moved on. So it was interesting. My wife is making a clarified cocktail with milk, and it has bourbon and a rye in it, and the rye is from Iowa. And I've had the bottle for 8 years and I haven't opened it, so we finally opened it tonight. Um, and we'll do a review on that one. It's Cedar Ridge rye. So again, comment, like, subscribe. Um, we probably will be getting a Patreon channel for some of the firearm content, just for YouTube is real finicky about that type of content. So we will probably get a Patreon channel just for that content. We'll dabble a little bit in it on YouTube, but that's where the bulk of that content will be. Um, and then again, we need to thank our sponsors, the good people at Toro Land and Ranch Company. It's an e-commerce platform with land listings, livestock listings, horses, cattle, sheep. Um, there will be working dogs on there at some point. And then also they will sell apparel and goods as well. Again, Toro Land and Ranch Company, torolandranch.com. Check them out. And again, until next time, This has been the review of Lost Republic Bourbon. Cheers.